Hello, 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 y'all. Welcome to Homestead Believer. My name is Cherie. Excuse me. Whew. I might need a drink of water. Today we're going to finish up the Napa cabbage for dehydration that we started yesterday. And I looked on that interweb thing and found some really fun facts about Napa cabbage because I know that people were asking, what do you do with it? And I use it for like soup, stews, stir fries. You can use it in egg rolls and all kind of stuff. So I looked up some information and I found out some really fun information about Napa cabbage. So I wanted to share the fun facts with y'all while I finish up the Napa cabbage for dehydration. So before I start, I want to show you what we did yesterday. Yesterday we did some of the Napa cabbage, and here it is all dehydrated with some oxygen absorbers, and I used my little vacuum sealer to seal it, so that looks good. And then this is the entire head of, let me see if I can, I don't know, hope that's not dark. This is the entire head of the red cabbage. I didn't want that reflection of that light on there. This is the whole head of red cabbage, all dehydrated. I did change the jar from the one that I was using yesterday because it didn't seal, because I did notice a little chip, but I didn't think it was in the way, but apparently it was. Because as soon as I changed the jar, it's all sealed. So it was the jar. It's all sealed. So this is the entire head of red cabbage for dehydration. And I'm sure everybody knows what you can use red cabbage for. Soups, stews, casseroles, whatever you want. You can even use that in stir fry. It's actually good. It's good to have the Napa cabbage and the red cabbage together in stir fries, egg rolls. I do like to make homemade egg rolls. It is good. It's delicious to put the two cabbages together. So now you kind of know where I was going with that. Let me set this aside so we can get down to business. And let me swing you around. Put your seatbelts on. I'm going to swing you around to the table. Hold on, I want to get a drink of water. Whew, sometimes coughing makes me, or sometimes talking makes me cough. So here's my Napa cabbage. Like I said yesterday, I do store my cabbages and lettuces in the refrigerator in a Ziploc bag wrapped in paper towels, because the paper towel does keep a lot of moisture away from your lettuces and cabbages, and it will last longer in the refrigerator without spoilage. So I always wrap my lettuces and cabbage up. And I'm going to actually set this paper towel aside because I will use it for my scraps. And I'll set that bag aside. And yes, my hands are washed. I'm just going to start peeling back. I don't even know if I really want to peel back these leaves, but I want to kind of sort of keep some of this intact because I want to make some stir fry tonight. So I want some of these lettuce leaves for the stir fry. However, I'm going to use it tonight. I could probably just wrap it in some new paper towel. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll just cut this off. Let me cut this off. And I'll actually bring the garbage can over. Yeah, I'll just bring the garbage can over and set that all in there. So let's get some of these leaves pulled. The Napa cabbage did take a little bit longer than the red cabbage did, but that's okay. It took about an hour and a half longer, but it doesn't bother me. So, I mean, it's not a big deal. The red cabbage took about 5 hours, and I did say red cabbage, right? And the Napa cabbage took about an hour and a half or so longer. And actually this center here, this core part, I think I might use this for my stir fry tonight. I think that's what I use for my stir fry. The only part of the Napa cabbage that isn't edible is the core, which is, I'll show you. This is all edible though, but the core is what I cut off. Well, I'm not going to show you because I threw it in there. I already discarded it. Yeah, see all of this, I can use this in my stir fry. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save this part for my stir fry. I'll actually put that back in my baggie. Use that in my stir fry tonight. Get that right in the refrigerator so we don't have no spoilage. So, I have my strainer again, and I'm putting it in a bowl, doing the same thing we did yesterday. Let me move this aside. Oh, my faces is falling. That's all right, I washed the table. I don't keep the super fibrous part, which is where the core is. I don't keep that part. But this thicker part, I tend to cut. This wants to go slickery, slickery, slippery, slippery. I might have to do only 2 here because it's really slippery. This thicker part, I do tend to cut a little thinner just because it's easier to digest and it's easier to dehydrate and rehydrate. So I do cut this thicker part a little thin. And then where it starts to go up, up like a tree, I guess you could say, that's where I start getting a little thicker with it. I start cutting it a little thicker. And I do like it semi-thin strips because I think it's easier to use in soups and stews and egg rolls when it's thinner. And you just rehydrate this in hot water for 15 minutes or so and throw it in your stir fry or throw it in your egg rolls and stuff. You can throw it directly dehydrated right into a soup or a stew, which is perfectly fine. I think we're going to go wibbly wobbly again. So one of my fun facts, yeah, this is wibbly wobbly. One of my fun facts is Napa cabbage is what they use in kimchi, which kimchi is really good for you. It has a lot of antibacterial antibodies. It has a lot of antibodies in it because it's a fermented food. And all fermented foods do have healing properties to them. Another fun fact. Just another fun fact. Let's see, I have all my fun facts written down, so let me check over on my cheat sheet. Let's see. Napa cabbage is also good to use as lettuce. You can use it in a salad, in a wrap. You can use it as a lettuce. That's another fun fact. You can use it in soups, stews, toss it in a salad, toss it with noodles, put it in a wrap, and use it as dumpling stuffing. Use it as stuffing in your dumplings, like your, like your Oriental dumplings that you would use in like a dumpling soup. There's some other fun facts. The nutrition facts are what actually shocked me. I mean, I know that it's good for you, but when I read about it, I was shocked because it is, let me read my cheat sheet here. It is, where it is, it's better for you than kale, and it's on the list of 10 healthiest superfoods. That is what shocked me. It's on the list of the 10 healthiest superfoods. That just shocked me when I read that. That it's healthier than kale. That one shocked me. Like I said, I'm doing this thicker stuff, cutting this kind of thin. because it is easier to use when it's thinner, and it's easier to dehydrate when it's thinner. So I am cutting this thicker part a little thinner, and then I just get a little thicker as I get up to that part that kind of divides like a tree. If you look at the back of the leaf, when you look at the back of the leaf, this part right here starts to kind of look like a tree, and that's where I start to cut it a little thicker. Yep, another fun fact. It's good for the kidneys because it contains 50% more potassium than green cabbage. It's packed with antioxidants, reducing inflammation, supporting heart health, and potentially lowering your cancer risk. This has a little bit of grainy stuff here. I gotta take that off. It's a little grainy. Right here and right here. Got fibers, those little fibers. You don't want that. Yep, I couldn't believe that it's a superfood. I couldn't believe, because I know kale's a superfood. I like kale. I use kale quite often. Matter of fact, I brought my kale and my celery plants in the house this fall, and I've been overwintering them under my grow light in the kitchen, because I know that kale is good for you. I like it. I use it. I like to use it a lot. If you finely chop it, you can use it in a soup or in a salad and stuff. I mean, you can have a kale salad. Another fun fact. It can relieve premenstrual symptoms and lower blood sugar that causes diabetes. Now that's another good, interesting. I couldn't believe these facts when I read them. And a lot of them are listed on WebMD. A lot of these facts are listed on WebMD. I just couldn't believe. I mean, I knew this. I knew Napa cabbage was good for you, but I was shocked to read all these fun facts. I just was really shocked to read them all. Amazing. It's amazing when you really research. So I did dehydrate kale, and I did do a reel showing you how I do that. I do it a little different. So, and that's also another superfood. And you can use this cabbage the same as you would use kale. Well, except that I don't think I want raw kale cut up in my wrap. But I do use it in salad. I think it's delicious in salad. And I like having the Napa cabbage in salad and wraps because I like crunch in my salad and my wraps. So I think it's delicious. The leaves are almost lettuce-like, to tell you the truth. So that's why you can use it in a wrap or a salad. Just like that, except for that little bit that I have saved and set aside for my salad. That's all chopped. That whole thing is all chopped. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt. And I'm going to let this sit for 10 or 15 minutes. Not really 10 or... I only let it sit a few minutes. Just a few minutes. It gets all those boogie woogies out of your cabbage. You know, all any kind of pests or pesticides or whatever, but this, I try to get the better versions of my lettuces and my kales. Hi, Cindy! How are you, sweetie? Oh, girl, you just missed a bunch of my fun facts. Hang on, let me rinse my hand. But I'll read them again while that sits, because it's fun. And here's yesterday's, Cindy. This is the Napa cabbage dehydrated yesterday. This is what we did yesterday. And it's sealed. And this is a whole head of red cabbage. And you can use both of these together in oriental dishes, egg rolls. I'm going to swing you around, so put your seatbelts on. I'm going to read my facts again while our cabbage sits in the salt. I'm going to read my facts again. Napa cabbage is what's used in kimchi, and kimchi is a fermented food and it's very good for you. All fermented foods are really good for your digestive system especially. It's also good to use as a lettuce. You use it in soups or as stuffing for dumplings, like the little dumplings you use in like dumpling soup, oriental soup. You can use it as a slaw. Do what you can, girl. Sometimes that's all I can do is go to the store. Don't feel bad about that. But I will pray that you feel better. I will say a prayer for you as soon as I get off here. Okay, so you can toss it with noodles. And it's better for you than kale. That's what shocked me. Because kale is a superfood. And I caught that kale the other day. I was saying I overwintered my celery. Here's my celery. I overwintered my celery and my kale. And I cut all that kale off the other day. And look at all this new growth already. It's getting new growth. I've been overwintering my kale and my celery under my grow light this winter so I can have fresh food. And I got some seeds for miniature tomato plants that you can put in your window, your kitchen window. I'm going to put it here on the stand. But I'm going to grow some miniature tomatoes so I have some miniature tomatoes, grow my own cherry tomatoes through the winter. I'm going to start those as soon as I move my cactuses back here. I don't want to move this one because it's getting flowers again. Can't keep up its mind. It cannot keep up its mind. So anyways, I'm going back to my fun facts. You're just lazy. Don't be lazy, you know? You gotta listen to your body. That's what I've learned through the years. You gotta listen to your body. Be lazy, you know? Who you hurting? Nobody. Fix yourself. You fix your body when you rest it, you know? Okay, so when I found out that the Napa cabbage is better for you than kale, which I love, kale, it is on the list of the 10 healthiest superfoods. And I know kale is like way up there. These surprised me. These facts surprised me. It's good for your kidneys because it contains about 50% more potassium than green cabbage. And you can use this in a wrap, in a salad like lettuce. You can use it like cabbage. It's so versatile because you can use it like cabbage and you can use it like lettuce. It's pretty cool. And I did set some of mine aside because I'm going to use it for like the kind of more the middle. I'm going to chop it a little bit and put it in my stir fry tonight. I'm going to use it in my stir fry. I'm going to make stir fry for tonight. Let me pull this back a little bit because I feel plants behind me. I can feel like I'm touching them. I think it's my celery. I'm going to cut it again. What I do is I just cut it off and then I leave it and just keep watering it and it regrows. And this I started from seed last spring. And I still have celery here. And I just cut it. Either use it. This is going to get dehydrated along with the leaves because I use the leaves in my recipes. And I think the leaves, the dehydrated celery leaves, gives your dish, a smaller amount of it, gives your dish more of a celery flavor. It's really good. The leaves are really good, especially dehydrated. The more I talk, the more I cough. Let's see. Napa cabbage is packed with antioxidant. Blah, 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 blah. I just washed my tongue and I can't do a thing with it. It's packed with antioxidant, reducing inflammation, and it supports heart health, potentially lowers the risk of cancer. It helps to potentially lower the risk of cancer. Hi, Lil. I don't know if you were on when I was on yesterday, but I did not see your comment until I saw my video came up in my news feed, and I'm like, Lily was there? And I commented back, I'm like, the book face is a little fickle sometimes. But I see today. Are you at work? Or are you at home? My last fun fact about Napa cabbage, it relieves premenstrual symptoms and lowers blood sugar levels that cause diabetes. I couldn't believe it. I love the fact that you can use this as a lettuce and you can use it as a cabbage. Are you serious? Oh, wow. Oh, whoa. Wow. 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 That's not cool, man. We'll talk when I get off here. Woo! I just tripped. Have a nice trip. See you next fall. I'm glad you guys didn't see that. Oh my word. I can't believe that. You guys, I have fallen out. I slipped on the stairs on the ice, which I told y'all. I was carrying my dog over the gate here in the kitchen, and she decided to move this way, and boom, boom, boom. So my knees are black and blue. I hit the gate. And then yesterday I went out to feed the birds, and I'm like being all careful because there's patches of ice everywhere. What do? The edge of my boot catches a piece of ice as I turn the corner. Whoop, down I go. I didn't fall though. I just went down on my knee and caught myself. I'm like, this ice, I'm always clumsy anyway, so. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to unplug y'all. And I can't believe that. I'm telling you, Lil, that shocks me. Put your seatbelts on. I'm going to put you over here by the sink. Oh, wow. I'm shocked. Okay, I'm going to move you down like I did yesterday, and I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put this in here, cold water, and rinse it. And rinse it really good. I hope you guys can see at least some of this. And I want to tell, I don't know if I said it yesterday, but I want to remind you, this, because I salt this, it's getting rid of, it does help to get rid of excess moisture. However, it gets rid of, I have this on hot water. Good Lord, how did I not notice that? It's fine, it didn't seem to affect it. It, doesn't taste like salt, but it gets rid of all, any pests that you have in there and anything that would be on it. You know how, just think of it this way, salt kills things like that. So that's why I salt it. And the Napa cabbage did take a little bit longer than the red cabbage yesterday. Not a lot, but about an hour, hour and a half. The red cabbage, I'm trying to remember. I think it took about 4 hours. 4.5 maybe. And the Napa cabbage took about an extra hour, hour and a half. I'm just trying to get as much of this moisture out. Yep, we do have to do dinner soon, Chicky-Doo. We do have to. I gotta decide what I want to make for y'all. I know you want my smoked mac and cheese. You guys, someday I'll come on live and show you how easy it is to make my smoked mac and cheese. My niece is on here. That's Lily. She was here when I made it one day, and I said, "You're never going to believe how easy it is." It's easy, isn't it, Lil? Super easy. I don't smoke like some people smoke it, like smoke the mac and cheese. Let me rinse the salt out of it. Yeah, you won't taste salt on your cabbage. You don't taste the salt if you rinse it well. So, and just to see for sure, I'm gonna eat it. Nope, I don't want to taste the cabbage. Ooh, that's good. That is so good. I'm gonna make sure we got very little water in here. And some people dry this between paper towels. I don't really find there to be a need to. Dries. Maybe it would take less dry time. I don't know, but I don't think it's a bad amount of time. So the Napa Cabbage took about, I'd say about 6 hours maybe. And the red cabbage took about 4.5 hours. About 4.5 hours, I think. Let me move my stuff over here so we can get this into the dehydrator. Put your seatbelts on. Going for a ride. And like I told you, I have no fancy equipment as far as dehydration. I literally have like this probably 13-year-old dehydrator. I have an old dehydrator. It's not even a new one. So, here's what I'll do. The chicken... Oh, the chicken what? Chicken and I don't know what this is. The one I made, the zuppa toscana. The zuppa toscana is really good. It's my favorite soup ever. Like, ever. Alright, so here, now, like I said yesterday, don't worry about having it a little overlap. You don't have to have this, like, super spread out or whatever. Because as it dries, it shrinks and it comes apart anyway, you know? I mean, I'm not saying, don't leave it like that. Don't leave that. You know, don't leave this big giant pile like that. You do have to spread it out so the air circulates. And if you don't have these silicone mats, you can just cut a piece of parchment paper to put over there. And you really do want to have something because it will definitely shrink and possibly fall through that screen. I'm going to see if I got it. I'm going to use the next one. It gets small when it shrinks, especially these pieces of lettuce. He wants zuppa toscana. Oh my gosh, girl, that is the easiest soup to make. And it's the most delicious. I can make you guys zuppa toscana. I'll tell you, it's probably better than Olive Garden, though, because I use my bone broth. I bet mine is better than... And I'm not doing that. I'm not saying that to brag. I think it's probably better than Olive Garden just because of the ingredients that I use. Yeah, the zuppa toscana. I think what zuppa toscana means is soup, Tuscan soup. I think that's what that means. It's Tuscan soup. Well, I only need 3 trays this time. Not bad. Not bad. And I got a little bit of space here, so let's move a few over here. That way we don't have too much crowding going on. Not that it's crowded, but you know, if you got room on one tray, just use the room. Spread it out. Share the love. Just share the love. You want... I'm going to read what Cindy wrote. What did Cindy say? I'm going to put the lid on this and put it on my... See, like I said, oops, I got a piece of cabbage here. I don't have no fancy equipment. I just got this old Oster dehydrator, and it works for me. It's been working for me for a while. Let me read Cindy's comment. My fingers are wet. Let me read Cindy's comment. She said, gosh, why is it doing that? Got to get a shower. So my hair is kind of dry for Bible study tonight. We're doing 7 letters to 7 churches. Oh, that's cool, Cindy. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. You guys are getting sick again? Get your vitamin C. Get your zinc. Make yourself some honey garlic. Psh, go get a thing of garlic at the farm. Get some honey at the store. Peeled honey. Drop it in there. Put your fill the jar with the garlic. Pour the honey over it. Burp it every day for 10 days and it's ready. And it lasts for up to 5 years. Make yourself some honey garlic. I have fire cider. I made it fresh batch, so take care of yourself. You can't be getting sick. Hello. There's ways to get better. I'll tell you, anytime I start feeling sick, I take my honey garlic and my fire cider. I'll just take a shot, like a shot glass. Is like I'm drinking, but I whoop, and I do the fire cider and the honey garlic, and I feel better. I always feel better, like either within hours or by the next day. Always. Always, always, always. But in the wintertime, I always make sure I get my zinc, make sure I get my vitamin C, and believe it or not, you have to have the two together because they work together for your immune system. It's not just vitamin C. I also have elderberry syrup. You've had a migraine for... You know, I had a headache the other day, and for me, a headache is a sign of sometimes it's a sign that a flare is starting, and sure as heck I was down for 2 days, so I empathize with those headaches. Well, I'm going to okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. I'll have some ready for you. I am going to get this Napa Cabbage plugged in so I can start dehydrating. It's probably going to be dehydrating since it's like 1:30. So it's probably going to be dehydrating until, I'd say probably 8 or so, 9 o'clock, which is fine. So, well, thank y'all for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you are watching the replay, please leave a comment. Let me know you're watching the replay. If you're watching this, because I will upload this to my YouTube page. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. And I also want to say that I want to repeat this from yesterday. There's so many of you that are interacting with my page right now, and I so greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. But I'm noticing that you are following the page, which means you're not going to get notified when I do go live or make posts. The Book of Face is very particular about that. So if you are not following and liking the page itself on Facebook, please do so that you can be notified when I do go live. And you're not going to catch me just in the kitchen. You catch me in the craft room, catch me in the garden. You'll catch me all over the place. So on Facebook, if you are not following, please do. If you're watching this on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up and a subscribe, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks each and every one of you. I appreciate you all, each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. I wish you peace, blessings, and love. And I will see you in the next video. Have a blessed day, you guys.